BTMreview.com, Behind the Mask Podcast, episode 9 billion. Who knows? But, whenever we have one of these, it usually means Riverman's here. So say hello to Riverman, everybody.
Hey, guys.
We got Zach, as usual, and I'm Arron. And, we just want to chat today. I think we were originally going to do a podcast on the new It movie because it dropped today, but I got all lazy and shit, and I didn't want to see it because I was tired. I'm old. Zach saw it, so we'll be doing probably a podcast for that tomorrow. So if you're listening to this, it'll probably be up, I don't know, around the same time, maybe the next day, who knows. But Zach, not to spoil it for the real podcast, but you were telling us before we started recording that you thought it was just okay.
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
I mean, without getting into detail or anything, that's interesting because the reviews have been really good. Yeah. But you can't trust reviews, man. You can't trust them these days, hardly.
I think I'm in the minority, man. I've seen a lot of people really like it. A lot of people whose opinions I look out for on the internet and stuff.
So is it like a shot-for-shot remake or what?
Not too many. Hey, I don't want to get into too many spoilers because we're going to talk. I'm going to see it in the morning and we'll talk about it in detail.
Does it have the swamp scene with Pennywise?
Hey, come on, man. Stop it. We're not talking about it. I'm going to edit everything out.
Well, I don't go to the theater, so I'm not going to watch it until it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray.
Todd, maybe you should start going to theater more. Why don't you go to theater anymore? Dumb question.
I really don't like the sitting with a bunch of people that chomp popcorn in my ear for an hour and a half. So I'd rather just sit at home and watch it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So it's your choice to wait. So
everything's digital now. So I mean, there's no point in going.
Yeah, they look like shit. Well, you can just listen to our podcast about it tomorrow and get all your answers then.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to spoil for me because I have heard things about it. I've heard that they take a little bit of a different approach to it. But I'll wait and check it out on the matinee. But anyway, we wanted to talk today because we're about 2 months. No, not even 2 months. 7 weeks from Halloween?
Yeah.
And I think it's all of our favorite time of the year, especially Riverman's. And we just kind of wanted to chat about the season and chat about what movies we're setting aside and getting ready to queue up here because, I mean, pretty much it's fair game now to start. I don't necessarily start in October. I like to enjoy September and October.
I started tonight, man. I'm on my third movie right now.
Oh, yeah? What have you watched so far?
Well, first of all, I watched It. I watched, because I wanted to watch the original again before I saw the, remake.
But you're not going to watch it till it comes out on fucking DVD or Blu-ray.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. I watched the VHS of that, and then I popped in the Halloween 2 Blu-ray. Cool. The Shop Factory one. I think you have that, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I've got it.
And I watched the TV cut of it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, what'd you think of that? I've seen that, too. Did you like it more or less?
I thought it was cool. I mean, no, it's not as good, of course, because they cut out some gore and stuff, and they have like a lot of more dialogue, and the ending, alternate ending, kind of stinks, but
yeah,
it's all right. I mean, it's kind of cool just to see.
Yeah, it's cool to have it. I like that Scream Factory put stuff like that in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I watched that, and you know what? I'm starting to like Halloween. I've never liked Halloween 2. I've always talked about that, and I know Arron always champions it all the time, and I think I'm starting to get into it, man.
Which is funny because you love the Rob Zombie shitty Halloween 2, but you never liked the original Halloween 2.
And I love the original Halloween, the Carpenter Halloween. I never really got into Halloween 2. So that one, and now I'm watching Sleepaway Camp 3, which is a lot of fun. I haven't seen that in a long time, so yeah.
What was the first one you said again?
It.
Oh, yeah, we've already did that, but both the other ones you said were like stuff we talked about doing this month or next month. Yeah.
No shit.
I recently got Sleepaway Camp 1 through 3 on Blu-ray and haven't watched any of those. Haven't even opened them yet because I got a whole stack. Obviously, I've seen the first 2. I haven't even seen 3 yet. I mean, you've always sort of talked down on it a little bit. Like
I did. I'm going back and I actually really like it, dude. It's fucking great. I'm on the lawnmower scene right now.
Wow, okay. So yeah, I haven't seen it, so I'll have to check that out. But my queue's pretty big. I still got to watch Psycho 3. What I just watched finally was I cracked open my season 2 of Ash vs. Evil Dead, which, because I got the Steelbook.
Oh, yeah.
That was being sold at Best Buy, which, by the way, Todd, if you haven't seen season 2, man, you're missing out.
I haven't.
You gotta.
I've seen the first one.
It destroys the first season. It's so much better, in my opinion.
So much fun, man.
I was very sad that it ended, like, because it's only 10 episodes and they're all like, give or take a half hour long. So it's only 5 hours of content, which is plenty good. But basically, I got the whole thing done in 2 nights, right? I watched 2.5 hours a night, and I was sad. I just wanted more. I felt like shortchanged a little bit, but it's so good. And not to really get into spoilers or anything, but I'll just say, Zach, I mean, yeah, there's not a clunker in there. The whole season is fun. It makes me want to rewatch the first season, which I have on Blu-ray and haven't cracked open yet. But dude, when they introduce that puppet in those couple of episodes that take place in the psych ward, those are so much fucking fun.
I guess NECA's putting that puppet out too, or something. They're working on it.
Those episodes that take place in the psych ward where he's getting fucked with his head, dude, they're so good. And the special features, they talk about a little bit behind the scenes, and the meaning of each episode is really interesting that you can find on the Blu-ray. And, they're talking about on that particular episode, they wanted to tap into the slasher movie where they essentially made Ash the slasher, where he was like brainwashed. And it's so fucking funny. Like, the writing's even better. I think it's even funnier. Ted Raimi's fucking great in it.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
And Todd, more incentive to watch it. The last couple of episodes, they go back to the original cabin. They travel back in time to try and change time, like he did in the second movie. At the end of the second movie, they go back to the cabin in the early 80s and to his hometown.
I want to tell him, but it's kind of a spoiler, but it's so great.
Is there gore good in it?
Oh, it's so fucking good. It's so good.
Really?
But I'll just tell you that when they go back in time, without giving you spoilers, they sort of reenact some of the events of the first couple of movies. And, but, now is, it's kind of altering time, but he kind of relives those memories, and you get to see, some of the stuff you didn't see. Like, you actually see the guy who had the Necronomicon, and, the wife of Henrietta, the husband, you see some of that stuff that we didn't see in the first couple movies, right?
Yeah.
They just kind of talked a pot, and you just heard it on the recording. It's so cool. And, the violence, as Zach was telling me too, they, I guess what you said, it was a fan outcry and they were listening about the CGI blood.
I don't know. I can only assume either they heard the fans kind of like, man, I don't like the CG blood, and they took it to heart, or maybe Stars gave them more money for the second season and they didn't have to resort to it or something.
Well, the first season does utilize CGI blood, but I mean, it utilizes a little bit of both, but it's still a lot of fun. This season, it's like, it ups the practical effects, man, hardcore. You got everything from dummy severed heads and shit, dude. It's old school and it's over the top blood. And the series, it's like, it's the comedy and the writing wit of Army of Darkness with the gore of 2, because Army of Darkness didn't have all that, and it's over the top. And I mean, they do use CGI in a couple of places, but it's well done. They use it right.
Yeah.
And, but I'm trying to think what else though. Oh man, okay, I don't want to. You haven't seen it, River, so I just want to talk about fucking parts with Zach. But I'll tell you one of the parts, Zach, that made me laugh the most really quick is the very ending of one of the episodes. I don't remember if it was like in the middle of the season, but Ash's. I won't say who it is, but the guy who played $6 Million Man, that character, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to give Todd spoilers here. Okay, it's Ash's dad. I don't give a fuck. But when the episode ends on his head getting crushed by the car, dude, and fucking Ash just throws his hands in the air. No, it fucking ends because he's about to tell him.
I'm gonna forget about this anyway. This conversation, so you guys can talk about it.
The comedic timing is so fucking good. Like, he comes out and he finally, because he thought he was a deadbeat the whole thing, and then he realizes, wow, my son wasn't crazy and he's a hero. Because the whole series, his hometown sort of
that was really cool and interesting. They kind of set up his hometown. Ash goes back to it, and he kind of became an urban legend because to them, he went off with his friends to the cabin, and then everybody died, so they just assumed he killed them.
And he was making up all the Necronomicon, the demon shit. Yeah, he murdered him.
So he kind of became an urban legend. They called him like Ashy Slashy or something like that.
It's so good, and his father still lives there. And he's played by the fucking $6 Million Man, for crying out loud. But it's hilarious because he's kind of like an older Ash. And you know, he thinks his son's a deadbeat too, but there comes a point in the series where he basically proves to his father first that, look, I wasn't full of shit. He sees a deadite and he kills it and he's a hero and that whole deal. And I love it, man. Like they have this heart to heart. He comes out and he's like saying, there's something I have to tell you. It's been, I've needed to tell you my whole life. And then he gets run over and his fucking head gets crushed like a pumpkin. And it happens so fast. And Ash just throws his hands in the air, you know, shouting to God. And that's where the episode ends. It's just the timing of it is fucking amazing. Everything about it's great, man. You got to watch it.
I still haven't picked up season 2. I was just telling you that I didn't. I was so excited to because I wanted to get it right when it came out, and I just haven't had the extra money. So I'm going to though.
I'm so happy that I waited because I had so much more fun binging it, you know, on a Blu-ray and just kind of watching, taking it all in at the same time. Mm-hmm. But man, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to wait because I guess season 3 is delayed. It usually comes out around Halloween time.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it got delayed. It's supposed to come out at Halloween, but now they're saying, you know, it got renewed, but I guess like Bruce Campbell was saying something to the effect of, I don't know, we're thinking maybe start of 2018 now. It's getting delayed for some reason, which that sucks. But I don't know how I can wait all the way for a year to watch the 3rd season. I might have to get like a Showtime app or whatever to watch. But I don't know, man. Like even then, I probably won't watch it in real time. But instead of waiting till next Halloween season for the whole Blu-ray to come out, I'll wait till every episode is aired at the start of the year, and then I'll get the app and hopefully be able to binge it that way. Mm-hmm. But it's good shit, man. And I also like the characters a lot more. I mean, I liked them in the first season, but like in the second one, all the secondary characters, they all shine even more. So I really like all the characters. I like the girl, I like Pablo, I like Lucy Lawless. They're all great. So
they should make a game, an Evil Dead game, an actual legit good one.
They've made 3 of them. Yeah, not very good.
Not very good.
Kind of like a Friday the 13th game, but make it Evil Dead. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. Remember the first one? It was like a Resident Evil clone.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Now, is that the one on PS1? The Hail to the King? That one sucked, dude.
It's on Dreamcast too.
Yeah. It's so hard.
God, are you fucking eating on the podcast? What's in your mouth?
Sorry, eating some Fritos, man.
That's fucking disgusting.
Chili Fritos.
You're as bad as Howard Stern when he fucking eats on the air.
I took one bite. Sue me.
I'm fucking mad that I missed T2 in the theaters. I missed it. I missed my chance.
I did too.
I mean, the only theater, there's still a theater that's playing it in my not even in my area. It's like 35 miles away, which in Phoenix, dude, it'd take me an hour to get there. And it's only playing like at one time for the rest of the week, and everything else is fizzled out. So I'm probably not going to go see it. I'm not going to make that commute way out there just to see a movie I've seen a million times. But that's kind of a bummer. But I'll just, I mean, they're going to release the 4K version. So, but I don't know. I'm not a big stickler for 3D, but I kind of wanted to see that in 3D, which I won't be able to on the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
But
do they still make 3D Blu-rays?
They kind of stopped. I mean, it's kind of died out now. I don't know. Like, yeah, they've kind of died out. They're not really doing it anymore, and not too many movies are coming out in 3D in IMAX anymore. I mean, it's very minimal. It's slowly getting phased out. T2 kind of missed the boat on that, so it's kind of weird how T2 was only playing in 3D, I believe. So, but I did want to see it though. But anyway, what are you gonna do?
I'm not even sure if it came to any of my theaters close to me.
Yeah, I just got lazy. I was just too tired, man. I have to like be in the mood to fucking see a movie now. Like I gotta feel like it. I gotta have time.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just get exhausted. But anyway, what else have I been watching? So I watched that. I don't know. I have a hard time thinking about movies I watch outside of the commentary Zach and I watch, because that's all I can think about. But of course, you know, Zach and I did the It commentaries, which have been posted live, and you know, we did Psycho 2 some weeks back. We still need to do Psycho 3, and
I got that ready to go into the drive. Psycho 3.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, sweet, man.
Psycho 3?
Yeah. And I haven't I haven't purchased Psycho 4 yet, the Blu-ray, but I've got 2 and 3, so that's pretty cool. But I haven't watched my copy yet. Zach, what have you been watching besides the commentary shit?
I actually only watched one movie worth mentioning that I liked since the last episode, but I didn't finish it. It was The Wolf of Wall Street. I'm watching that on Vudu.
That movie sucks.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I uploaded that to Vudu.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I just got to the I don't know, I got like an hour or so left, so I need to finish it.
I didn't hate it. I just didn't think it was fucking up to Scorsese standards. I didn't think everybody was talking about it. No, everybody wouldn't shut up about it. And I just didn't think it was that good. I mean,
yeah, I'm seeing it outside of all the hype. Like that episode where they took the fucking like the old what were they called? Fucking Quaaludes. That part, I was fucking laughing my ass off on that when he was on the payphone and shit.
Can you not hear us, River?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you say hello?
I didn't hear you guys for a second. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, he's talking about Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, you should get a Vudu account and link up with ours, man. You can watch the movies we got in there. But Mitchell from the Mac and Zach podcast, I saw he linked it up too. I mean, he only added like 3 movies, and they're not like really good movies. It's just like Batman versus Superman, Turtles 2 of all fucking Turtles movies. I would like the first one.
Was Superman 4 on there, dude? That's my favorite Superman.
Quest for Peace? No.
I love that.
You're trolling.
No, I'm not trolling.
That's the one everybody fucking hates, dude.
As a kid, dude, I was obsessed with it. I loved it.
Because it's got Bizarro Superman or whatever and that fucking weird shit.
No, he's not.
I don't even know what I'm talking about. But wait. Mitchell did put Get Out in there, though.
Oh, yeah. I want to see that.
Yeah, so if you sign up for Vudu, man, you can have access to all these movies we have in the.
Yeah, check that out.
Get Out's really good, and I've been wanting to watch it again. I liked it a lot. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Wolf of Wall Street. Like I said, it ain't bad or nothing. I just didn't think it was amazing. And I remember I went into my job that day, and everybody was talking about Wolf of Wall Street, and I had recently acquired it and watched it. And I just gave my honest opinion. Like, I didn't think it was that good. I mean, it's like, and everybody's bragging. There's a couple of scenes that I don't know if you've gotten to yet, but people keep bragging about this one scene. I'm like, yeah, it was kind of funny, but like that whole scene didn't carry the whole fucking movie for me. And of course, everybody was making fun of me that I was like a movie elitist. Oh, okay. He doesn't like something everybody likes. He doesn't like it. And they're doing like the pig nose. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not that guy.
The pig nose. I'm going to have to do that now.
The pig nose, just saying, like Ziggy Piggy.
Ziggy. But I know, but I was that guy. I had like I was shitting on their parade or something. Like everybody was talking about how great it was. And I just said, I didn't think it was that good. And I became that guy. I'm like, I'm sorry. If a movie's really good, I mean, you know me. I like some of those fucking comic book movies. Everybody likes those. How am I a hipster? If a movie's good, it's good. If it's not, it's whatever. But
everybody has their own taste.
That's right. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of stuff on Vudu I got to catch up on and I want to watch. So the last movie I watched for the 20 millionth time was Rocky. I always go back and watch the Rocky movies.
Those are all of them?
I watched the first one in particular,
okay.
But I can watch any of them. I can pop any of them in, and just watch them. They're so easy to watch. I've watched Creed like 3 or 4 times since I've owned the Blu-ray. You know,
really?
And I watched it once or twice in theaters. Yeah, I fucking love it. Did you ever see it?
I have the Blu-ray. I've watched it. It's a good movie.
It's great. I just love Rocky movies, man. I don't know. I can't help it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know what else is coming out in theaters besides it. I mean, maybe this will be good things because it seems like every couple of years there's a movie like The Conjuring or It that breaks all kinds of records for a horror movie. And maybe that, puts a little bit more interest into Hollywood to, put more of those out. But then again, it's like big budget horror movies. So like The Conjuring was good, but it didn't necessarily create a whole bunch of good movies,
I really enjoyed it. Leatherface is coming out in October.
Another movie about Leatherface.
Did you guys see the trailer for that?
No, I haven't queued up. I haven't watched it yet.
No Desire.
I saw the trailer and it looked interesting.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
But how many movies are we going to do? How many times are we going to reboot this story?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, man. Was the last one they had was Texas Chainsaw, the Trey Songz movie?
The one we did the commentary on.
Do you think, cuz?
Yeah.
I think that was probably... It couldn't be any worse than that, this one. Because that was the giant pile of shit. I hated that movie.
Did you hate it worse than Next Generation?
Yes.
Where the Illuminati shows up and says that they made the family and keep them there to make sure people remember fear or whatever. What the fuck was the ending of that? Something like that?
I don't know.
Even remember.
And you know what's funny is that movie was directed by the DP of the original.
Oh, really?
Kim Hinkle. And he was talking about like, oh yeah, this movie's going to be the true sequel. And it just came out and it was the worst one at the time.
Rest in peace, Tobe Hooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tobe Hooper. Yeah, that's right. We haven't talked about him passing since that happened. Right off the heels of George Romero, which is funny because I've always thought Tobe Hooper and George Romero's careers were kind of parallel in the sense that they both were known for one big type of movie, and then they made a couple of other good movies, and then other than that, their careers really weren't anything to brag about. I mean, I'm just being honest. Tobe Hooper, obviously known for Texas Chainsaw. He did movies like The Funhouse, which are good. He did. Everybody knows still Steven Spielberg. No, everybody knows Steven Spielberg directed Poltergeist. He was just like a mole, like a fake face. It was some political shit going on. Something political with Steven Spielberg at the time, like a money game, something that to where he didn't want to put his name on it, but it's pretty much been debunked that he was on set every day and he was calling the shots and Tobe Hooper wasn't doing much. He was more like an assistant. And if you watch,
that'd be a good job for Tobe Hooper, man. Get paid to do nothing.
Yeah, if you watch that movie, it seems like a Steven Spielberg movie. Does that seem like a Tobe Hooper movie at all? It doesn't.
I love Poltergeist. I don't know if you guys like it, but...
Mm-hmm. And I love Poltergeist, but I've never seen it as a Tobe Hooper movie. It just seems like a Steven Spielberg movie. Everything about it. And then I guess Tobe Hooper also did, I like to a degree, his TV miniseries of Salem's Lot. You know, he's got a couple of good movies, right? And just like Romero did outside of what he was famous for. But and I love The Funhouse. The Funhouse is actually one of the movies I'm going to pull out for Halloween because it gets me in the spirit for some reason.
Yeah, we're kind of... What were you going to watch?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Oh,
definitely.
That's in my stack here, dude. I was gonna bust out my stack of what I was gonna watch, and TCM 2 is in there.
I watched that last October, and I don't know. I feel like anything I watched last October, I'm good with. Like even the Funhouse, I didn't watch last October, but I watched it the year before. I don't know. The years go by so fast. It feels like something I watched almost a year ago. I just watched. I don't know.
Yeah, it does, but you have to watch them every year. You don't go-tos, what you watch every year.
Yeah, the queue keeps growing, man. I mean, like I want to watch Pet Sematary 2. That's one I'd like to watch again. But yeah, I don't know, man. There's only so much time in the day. But
I actually have my stack here.
Go ahead and read off your stack. Yeah, let's read off that.
I called about the Sleepaway Camp 3, Halloween 2. Knock that out. I will watch Evil Dead again because it's around Halloween. And
one of my favorites.
Always brings me back. TCM 2. House of the Devil. I watch that every Halloween. Pet Sematary is what I watch with my wife every Halloween, so she likes that. And then Sleepaway Camp 1 and 2. So that's all I have right now, but hopefully I can... Oh, and E.T. I always watch E.T. around Halloween, too.
Ah, really?
Yeah, because it takes place in Halloween.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
E.T. is one of my favorite films. I love E.T.
Really? I've only watched it once when I was like a little kid, and I just never liked it. Never gravitated toward it. No, I just never really.
The first time I ever watched it was whenever they did the re-release where they had we changed the guns to walkie-talkies. I watched it in the theater.
Yeah.
Didn't they also add like some weird CGI shit to like E.T. and different stuff? Or no, am I thinking crazy?
I don't think so.
Maybe they changed the mothership. I think they did at the end when it comes in, and they added a scene, and that's all I remember. That was the first time I watched it.
One movie that I own that I've never seen, which is like a movie that I think everybody claims they should have seen. I own the 35th anniversary like digibook of Close Encounters, and I've never watched that movie ever.
I've never seen that.
I haven't seen that in a long time. I don't even remember it.
I mean, that's kind of like one of the Steven Spielberg, crown jewels. So I want to watch it maybe one of these days. But yeah, I don't know. There's too many movies, dude. Like with what we have in our physical collections, and then between Netflix and Amazons and fucking Hulu's, man, and your queues on there. There's just so many fucking movies. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's just. And then I battle with nostalgia all the time. It's the same thing with video games. Well, I got a whole stack of video games that I can play that I've never even opened. But yet, if I do ever make time for a movie or a video game, sometimes more than half the time I go towards an old movie or an old game I played before.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm not moving forward and I'm just living in the past.
Absolutely.
You can at least play through the fucking old games that you like, fucking Resident Evil Remake.
But I've never played that game. To me, it's a new game.
Fuck you. But it's a remake of an old game you played.
I know you're trying to justify it, Zach, and I will get to it. And I keep the last 3 weekends, I keep telling myself, all right, I'll turn it on. I'll start. Because that's all it's going to take for me is just for me to sit down and turn it on. And then once I do that, I know I'll get like sucked into it, and I'll, before I know it, I'll have it beat. But the hardest part is sitting down. You know,
the promised DLC of like Resident Evil 7's coming out December 2.
How's that a problem?
The promised DLC, like it's gonna be like a free one's gonna come, and then there's a paid for one. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And
I've never played Resident Evil 7. I'm not really any rush. Like I said, there's just a shit ton of shit to get through. But,
you a bitch.
The games I will play next, I promise, are, and I'm glad I got them, the Resident Evil Remake, because that's a game I know I can start and I can finish it in like a weekend. And that doesn't threaten me so much. It's like I want to play Metal Gear Solid 5 extremely bad, right? But I'm intimidated that I'm going to get in too deep with something and it's going to suck so much life out of me. But a game like the Resident Evil game, the fact that I know there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel in a couple of days, that's not so intimidating. And then the Mega Man X collection, the Mega Man Legacy collection too, which by the way, we should do a Let's Play of. We should do that. Mm-hmm. That'd be fun. And just kind of like go over the menus and we can just talk and do our fucking, retro rampage on that. So I just want to play on those games, and those will be a lot.
What about Metroid? It's coming out. I'm really excited for that.
Well, and like I told you before we started recording, I went into the store today thinking it came out today, and I was totally wrong, and it comes out next week. I want to get my hands on that collector's edition though. So hopefully those will be in store, but yeah I want to play that too.
I went ahead and pre-ordered the original, because I didn't see the collector's edition on Amazon. I always get it on Amazon.
And on Best Buy too, it's just like you can't order it. Nope, it doesn't say you can pre-order it. It doesn't say you can do it. So it's like, I don't know if they're sold out, but what happens is most likely every store is still going to get some. So what I'm going to do is, what you have to do is the day it comes out, so Friday of next week, you go on the website after midnight. And a lot of times they do refresh, and you can place the order after midnight on Friday and order pickup in store. And then they might populate on the website. Otherwise, if you show up at like 9 a.m. when they open, there'll generally be a couple copies. So I'm going to shoot for that.
Yeah, I watched like some guy did like the first 10 minutes kind of like let's play of it. It looks good. I'm looking forward. What
scares me is there's no reviews out yet, so I'm hopefully all the reviews will be out before it actually drops. Because I'm sorry, I gotta see what the reviews are like. So
I'm just waiting for my SNES Classic to come in next month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's gonna have Metroid, Super Metroid on it.
Yeah, well, I've got copies of Super Metroid too, but that's great. No, you're right. Once I get the Super NES Classic, I probably will be prompted to play like Super Metroid just because it's there in that form, and I'm looking forward to playing games like Secret of Mana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
and stuff like shit like that, man.
Are you going to mod yours or whatever and put a bunch of games on it, or no? Or hack it? No?
I know, and I don't think that'll be out right away anyway. It'll take a little bit for someone to crack those and do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to risk breaking it, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to do that shit myself. For that to happen, I'd have to have somebody else do it, and I'm pretty sure somebody would have to. I'd have to pay somebody. I'm not going to fuck with all that.
You find some 13-year-old probably knows how to do it.
Yeah, are you going to do it with yours?
Fuck, I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, so it's like I don't even want to fuck with it. Technically I have an extra one, but I think it might be claimed now. But
who claimed it?
Well, I offered it to my other brother who lives in Montana. He's the twin brother of the one that I've already got one for, and he turned it down. He didn't want it. He has no interest in them, which he's a gamer too, and he just blows my mind. His brother who got one of mine was like, is he fucking crazy? But why
don't you get your mom to get it?
Yeah, my mother asked me for it so she can give it to my little brother who lives with her for Christmas or something.
Oh, that'd be great.
So, Josh James was kind of looking like, I'll buy it if you have an extra one. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I saw that message, but I couldn't say anything because it was kind of pending on,
Yeah.
I have to ask my siblings first or I'll get fucking killed, right?
Did you ever soft mod your Wii?
No, I never did that. That sounded really erotic, by the way.
Yeah, I did that.
Did it work out for you?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. No, I haven't done it. I might as well though, man. My Wii doesn't get any. That's just collecting dust in my closet somewhere. If you soft
really
mod
simple. Yeah.
Do you still have to use the fucking Wiimotes and shit?
Yeah, I think so.
Bullshit.
It's basically just like you can hook a external hard drive onto it, and then you can like any game you put into it, you can install onto the hard drive, or you can download games and all that.
Gotcha.
It's gonna bug the shit out of me that I don't have an NES Classic now. If I have the SNES sitting there alone, not sitting next to the NES Classic.
Well, I mean, I'm glad I have the games that are on the SNES Classic than the games on the NES Classic.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
It's just, I'm not too worried. We could play those games anywhere, honestly. I mean, you could play any of these games anywhere, but once you look at how much they're going for on eBay, you won't miss it too much.
I wouldn't pay it, but I mean, it just kind of bugs me. I don't know.
I haven't dreamed it'd be so much. I won't pay it.
You wouldn't have to, pay scalper prices and shit if they just make enough. Why they do that?
It's fucking Nintendo. Bunch of assholes.
So what are you going to do on Halloween Day, man? You going to take the kid out?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to be, what he's going to be, so.
How old is Coop?
That's his kid. 1.
Okay. Why? I mean, I'm not against it. It's cool and all, but I wonder why people do that. It seems like people never used to do that, but now people are taking out like their babies that are too young to really trick or treat.
Oh,
just so they can see everything. Is that the kind of vibe?
Gets us out of the fucking house too.
But who's actually trick or treating? Or are you just gonna walk around?
I'm gonna go out with my nieces and nephews and Cooper. They're like 4 or 5 years old.
To say it's a good excuse to get candy, dude. Take your 1-year-old up to the door, and he can't really eat the candy, and you're getting candy.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So that's pretty great. What about you, Zach? Are you gonna take your niece out?
Yeah, I might go out with them. I've been doing that. Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe I'll sit on my porch and give out fucking candy.
Should. I did last year.
Candy with speaking of Halloween too, man, the razor blade scene they cut out. The fucking kid in the ER with the razor blade.
Oh yeah.
They didn't cut it out. It's in the movie.
But wasn't it supposed to be more extended? Don't they just kind of show him at the ER? Wasn't there supposed to be more to it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, in the TV version, they cut that scene out entirely.
Yeah.
Oh, did they? I might be getting confused though. But still, that's pretty brutal, man. But
yeah,
anyway.
You know what's funny is as a kid watching those movies, I never realized that's what happened. I always thought maybe it was related to the scene earlier where the kid almost runs into Michael. I always thought maybe it was off screen, but maybe he ran into Michael and Michael just punched him in the face or something.
Oh. Yeah, hey, speaking of that, though, the next commentary, I think we kind of decided on it last weekend, should be Curse of Michael Myers, that piece of shit. Let's just knock that out.
Yeah, I got both versions.
Part 6.
Oh, 6. That's the one with Paul Rudd, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's shitty.
Do you want to do the producer's cut or the...
We got to do the producer's cut. I mean, they're both garbage.
I'd like to watch the producer's cut. Do you have that in the box?
Yeah.
I'd like to watch it.
Got it ready.
I've never seen it.
Why don't you do the commentary with us, man?
My schedule? I don't know. I don't, if I can make it, I'll make it, but you never know.
It's a shit movie. The producer's cut, it doesn't save it, man. I watched it. I'm like, I mean, it just makes a little bit, maybe it makes a little bit more sense with the shitty story, I guess.
I wish somebody would make like a hybrid where they use the gore from the theatrical cut, because that's one thing they made them add was gore. And, just make like a cut of both of them, kind of.
Why? What's in the original, the theatrical that's not in the producer's cut? I can't remember. It's been so long. I haven't seen the theatrical version in years. So
the scene where like Jamie is running from at the beginning, like he kills the guy they run into, and the way he kills Jamie, actually, how he in the like theatrical, he put her on like a fucking piece of farming equipment or something and turned it on. and like it started like ripping her, or it was like going through her stomach and stuff. And then in the producer's cut, he kind of just stabs her and she falls down because she doesn't die. Because then they take her to the hospital and she's alive through more of the movie.
Why did he do that to his fucking woman, man? That's his lady. He fucked her. He just fucked her like right before that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's something that's something that's revealed in the producer's cut, Todd, is that the baby that he's following is Michael's. And he fucked Jamie.
Yeah, he fucked Jamie, who's played by a different actress, obviously. It's so fucking confusing. I think that's the worst like cast swap that's ever been done.
Yeah.
Because it's like, because I used to watch that movie and I never fucking knew that chick was supposed to be Jamie from the 4 and 5 ever.
I think that's just like, something that happens when you're a kid. If it's not the same person playing it, you don't really pick up on something.
Yeah, but I think it's in the producer cut that they add some flashbacks that assist that.
Yeah.
In the directors, I could have swore there isn't anything like that, and it's so fucking confusing. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, man, he fucking like impregnates her and fucks her. That whole like Brotherhood of the Thorn or whatever the fuck they're called, or I don't remember what they're called. But
and it's so weird because it's like every movie before this was like telling us that like he's trying to kill off the rest of his family, and now he makes
more family. Why is he making more family?
It's like, okay,
it's so stupid. But the movie's not good. It blew me away because I listened to Mac and Zach. Do you listen to Mac and Zach podcast, Save the World, Todd?
Yeah, I've heard a few episodes. I listened to that R-rated show too. That one you guys did.
Oh, what did you think of that?
It was good.
It's a shitty movie. Heavy metal. I didn't like it. It doesn't hold up. But no, I just listened to the Mac and Zach Save the World Chucky 3 you guys just posted.
Oh, I'll have to listen to that. I love Chucky 3.
You like Chucky 3?
Yes, as a kid, dude, that was my favorite when he jumps on the grenade, dude, and explodes.
Yeah. God.
We make fun of him for doing that. We're like, dude, Whitehurst is such a dumb fuck.
It makes us just kick it out of the way.
I know.
It's so fucking stupid, man.
I like that movie too. I think it's fun.
No, Zach and I did the commentary last Halloween of Child's Play 2. But I love Child's Play 1 and 2. I think you on Mac and Zach have now done 3 and Curse of Chucky.
We the original.
You did the original?
Yeah.
We should do. I wanted to do the original.
That's what I want to watch this Halloween. I want to get the box set, dude.
Well, we did the original like a couple years ago, so yeah, I can do it again.
Todd, you can get the new box set they got coming out with even the new movie that's dropping in a few weeks, and it's only like $39.99 on Amazon, and it's got even the new one that's coming out. It comes out the same day with Cult of Chucky.
I might actually pick that up too.
That's a fucking great price.
But it just pisses me off, man, because I bought the box set that came out with Curse of Chucky.
Cult of Chucky, is that supposed to be any good or what?
We don't know yet.
Yeah, hasn't come out yet.
Comes out in a few weeks when the box set does. But when they released the last one a couple years ago, the Curse of Chucky, they released a box set for that, and I bought that.
Oh,
are they going to release it? It's
a cool cover, dude. It looks like.
I think it looks like shit because they got that new doll on it.
Oh, is that the new doll?
Yeah, it's got the new doll on the old Good Guy doll box. It just looks fucking
I just
weird.
saw the box.
I like the cover of the one you got better a little bit.
Yeah, I like my, and the case looks higher quality. That case looks like it's gonna be shitty. It just does. It looks like it's gonna be flimsy. But for all those movies and the price, you can't argue. But it is kind of tempting because it's like I'm gonna buy Cult of Chucky, and it's like, well, if I buy it day one, which I want to because I want to see it, and I think we should do a commentary of that, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get a day. It'll have a digital copy, so I'll buy it and I can upload it to Vudu if you want, or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
But
why don't you just flip the one you got?
Well, I could do that, but I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna, that kind of movie first day, dude. I'm gonna pay probably fucking $20 for it. It's like, fuck, man. It's like for only like fucking $20 more, should I get that box set again and flip the other, the same thing? But I don't really want to. So I'll probably just be happy with the movie because I'm not gonna tolerate this bullshit, man. If every time there's a new installment, they're gonna release a new box set. They did that shit with the fucking shitty diehards too. I'm like, well, at least I got it when there were still good diehards. It's like I'm not gonna buy these updated ones every time you guys put a shitty diehard out.
Yeah, but the new Chucky movies are actually pretty good, dude.
Well, the new one, there's only fucking one.
New one, yeah.
Yeah, Curse of Chucky I liked a lot. Cult of Chucky. That's why I want to see it so bad. But
Bride of Chucky stinks, but it's worth watching.
I love Bride. And I was watching, on your Mac and Zach podcast, Mitchell, he really hates Bride of Chucky. I like Bride of Chucky.
I don't like it that much.
I think it's fine.
I like it. I like it so much better than 3.
You're crazy.
3 is fucking garbage.
3 is fucking great,
dude. It's like Chucky made for TV USA movie.
Yes.
It's a USA Network movie. It looks like a USA fucking network movie. It's horrible.
I like the little black kid, dude. He's good.
Great, yeah, little fucking black kid. Why does he make the good? He's queer. Don't swear, Charles.
He's a good actor, dude.
He's not. Actor. He's fucking horrible. You're trolling right now.
No, dude, he's awesome, man.
How is he a good? He's not a good actor.
No,
I like that movie.
Charles, you're hurting me.
Yes, I love it, dude. When I was a kid, I loved it. And I still love it.
No, he's a shit actor.
No, he's not. Take it back.
Is he any worse than fucking Andy was, though?
I know, right?
The thing with Andy was inconsistent. There was a couple of scenes where he was good, and there's a couple like that scene where he's like, he's trying to kill me, and he's like balls over and starts crying. It's like, wow, did they like, were they holding up a Chucky doll on the behind the cameras to really freak him out? Because all of a sudden he was like giving us convincing tears. I was like, but yeah, the rest of the movie's really hammy.
Was that Andy? Was he from what shows? Step by Step or what?
What?
I don't think he was on anything.
What's he? Oh, he looks familiar.
I don't fucking know.
He had a nice little cameo at the end of Curse of Chucky if you stayed after the credits.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. The Cult of Chucky, I'm hoping it's a lot of fun, but they're bringing back everybody, so it might be risky, man. And Glenn and Glenda and fucking everybody. I mean, the reason why Curse was so good was because it was stripped down and sort of back to the roots and very isolated and low budget. And they're just gonna get crazy again with this one and throw in Tiffany and their fucking doll kids and fucking Andy and everybody. So who knows though? But I want to see it. I don't know. I guess I'm looking forward to that the most. I don't know. I'm looking forward to that more than It, to be honest with you. Isn't that weird?
I'm looking forward to It. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, me too. But anyway, I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about, or is that going to be a wrap for this one?
I don't think there's much news out there right now. I took a look, and I don't know. Is there anything that's coming out from Scream Factory?
I was gonna say when I was talking about briefly Funhouse. I was gonna say not to be confused with Clown House. Because there's that new Jeepers Creepers 3 movie that's coming out with what's his fucking kitty fucker. I'm
gonna watch that.
Not me, man. And I enjoy the fact that it's getting boycotted. What kills me is like, has it just become common knowledge in the last 6 months that he was a kitty diddler?
No,
no one ever boycotted Jeepers Creepers 1 or 2.
They were. We just didn't know about it. The internet wasn't such a big thing, and things like that didn't get around. Like the kid that it happened to has been boycotting every movie he's put out since Powder, I think.
Okay, you guys need to tell me what this is all about. I didn't hear about
the director of Clown House. The director of Clown House.
Jeepers Creepers is a convicted child molester. Do you not know that?
The director of Jeepers Creepers 1, 2, and 3, and the movie
Victor
Powder.
Salva.
Victor Salva and he directed Powder with Sean Patrick Flannery. He directed Clown House in like 88 or 89. I don't know.
Yeah.
And the fucking kid that was in that, he fucking sodomized and raped over the course of like 3 or 4 years because he starred in a couple of his movies.
Oh.
Did he actually sodomize? Like, I know he molested him, and I know that he filmed it. And that's that's how
I fucking read sodomy, dude. He served like, how much time did he serve? Like a fucking year and a half?
Yeah, it was something.
And then he still has his career waiting on him. So the fact that he gets out of prison and he still has a career and he's making money doing movies, and the kid is still, obviously he's still a victim. He's still probably dealing with therapy bills and the whole fucking deal. So it's really unfair. It's like this guy served his time for a year and a half, comes back, he's got his movie career, and this guy's got to live with it and suffer for the rest of his life. I mean, he seems to be, an advocate of trying, he seems to have a good head on his shoulders, but we all know he's still dealing with that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Yeah. I knew nothing about that.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. And I just think, there's some people, I can't believe it. There's some people that are saying, oh, let the art stand on its own. I'm watching his movies. I get what you're trying to get at when you say that, or the people are like, well, he did his time. Like, no, man, I think if you fuck children, that sticks with you for life. That should fuck your whole life.
You should be castrated and killed.
Your life should be fucked over like you fucked over the other kid's life. Because like I said, that kid is still living with what you did to him. But you can't just sit there and dust off your fucking boots and serve a year and a half and then come back and have a movie career still. That's fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
You know, he needs to do like anybody else. Anybody else did that, their careers would be gone. Their names would be smeared. Whatever.
Not necessarily. The guy that did Rosemary's Baby did the same shit.
Roman Polanski?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you have a point. I don't know.
And
I'm not trying.
Weird? I've heard stories that the director of The Godfather, Francis Ford Coppola, apparently like helped out Victor Salva a lot, or Roman Polanski, or one of them. So people are like, are we going to boycott his movies too?
Doesn't surprise me. Those Hollywood freaks did. They're all the people that molested Corey Feldman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's the reason why Corey Haim's dead. And the reason why Brad Renfro's dead. You know, everybody says he committed suicide, and it all traced back to him getting fucking raped by Joel Schumacher.
Really?
Because of course, I'm not trying to sit there and spread. It's kind of like already gossip, but I mean, it's one of those things that he never got tried for it. It's just one of those things where everybody knows. Like in all the circles, it's been said in a lot of the circles of Hollywood in these interviews that he's well known of being a fucking kitty diddler. Joel Schumacher. He's one of those fucking director producers that would fuck kids and like do that shit. And, supposedly the rumor is because, he worked with, Brad Renfro, the client, and Joel Schumacher. Did he not do Lost Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's rumors that he fucking Haim and Feldman even said, he's like, Feldman admits, yeah, I got fucking raped. And I think he's thrown Joel Schumacher over the bus. He himself.
I've never heard of that.
You do a little research. He threw him under the bus. And he was saying, Corey Haim was getting fucked around by Hollywood producers and diddled way before Feldman was, from a much younger age. And he was extra fucked up. So I don't know. It's messed up, man. Not to end this podcast on a real fucking downer note or anything.
I thought that was the most happy thing we talked about. My dick's hard as fuck right now.
Oh, God. Well, anyway, you let us know if Zach should be ashamed that his dick's hard after all that talk. Let us know what we missed topic-wise that we didn't touch on.
Give me suggestions on what to watch for Halloween.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm craving something that I haven't, that I've never seen, like some kind of classic I just missed, and that's going to be great. And yeah, keep the commentary stuff too coming. Let us know what you want us to, because Zach and I are going to do a big blowout. We're going to try and, I don't know if we'll quite match what we did last year. It seems like we were doing a fucking commentary every day.
We'll definitely do it, probably. Like we're doing it for 2 months this time.
Yeah, so we're going to try our best to hit it hard. And so just let us know what movies you want us to do in celebration of Halloween. We could always try and do that anthology Trick or Treat. Why not? That's a real popular Halloween movie.
And it's one that I was never a huge fan of.
You didn't like it?
I love it.
I thought it was okay.
I thought it was fun, besides the cliche use of Marilyn Manson's Sweet Dreams.
Oh, I love that song.
You do? Go
Yeah.
figure. But anyway, so yeah, keep those recommendations coming, and we'll try and get to them because we want to knock it out. Because as soon as October 31st is over, we're gonna have 2 months to try and bust out Christmas. And I want to do a lot more for Christmas this year than we got to do last year. Which, by the way, I'll say real quick. I know we're about to end, but speaking of Christmas, Scream Factory announced that Silent Night, Deadly Night finally.
Yep.
And
I was gonna mention that.
I gotta say, I'm disappointed. Yeah, the cover art is pretty cool and everything about it looks great, but they're not guaranteeing that the director's cut fucking bonus scenes are going to be remastered.
Yeah, that's what they said. I'm thinking they are.
That's the only reason for me to double dip, to be honest with you. Really. I mean, I get it'll have special features, but fix that shit. And also, man, I mean, I'm not bitching about something that's totally optional, but I'm totally going to opt out of getting that fucking special edition with the NECA figure. Mm-hmm. Because, dude, did you see how much the price jumped up?
No, I didn't look at the prices.
The price jumps up an additional, like, fucking $33 for an 8-inch NECA figure of the Killer Santa, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's not worth it at all. But I mean, if I get it, I'm in no rush to pre-order it because it's like
maybe you should get it for me for Christmas.
But I'm just saying, like, there's no reason to rush out and get it. There's no reason. I mean, because if you get the pre-orders, they're doing this thing with all their special editions where you get a poster, like an 8x10, something tiny, or some 8x12 or whatever. And they're rolled, so that is kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, you can get that without the toy and save yourself.
I'm definitely going to get the Blu-ray at least. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I want to get it too, but I don't know. I'm on the fence about pre-ordering it. That's all I wanted to say. But we'll have to. We did Silent Night, Deadly Night for Mac and Zach last year, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
We might have to do.
Why don't you do the remake?
Oh, gross! With Malcolm McDowell.
Silent Night, Deadly Night remake is actually pretty good.
It's called Silent
Night.
You said it was pretty good?
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah.
Never watched it, but anything with Malcolm McDowell can't be good.
It's cancer then.
Gross. Anyway, let us know. We'll stick to Halloween for now, though, but just, thinking for the future. But let us know what we can pump out for Halloween. And that's all we got for now. We'll try to be back sooner than later. We'll try and do a retro. We should do a retro this weekend, Zach, before we do a commentary. Before we knock out Curse of Michael Myers, we should do like a retro playthrough. That'd be pretty cool. But anyway, that's all I got. I'm Aaron.
Riverman.
And Zach.
Bye-bye, puppets.